It's a jet, fighter jet. United States Air Force fighter jet. What you're hearing in my background is a fighter jet. JG, what's the deal? I want to get into some content with you all, just to kind of inform individuals so you don't be blindsided. Fighter jet. They getting them jets ready. They are getting those jets ready. But I wanted to come last night and share the latest in this Venezuelan thing, but I don't want to overdo it. You know what I mean? I don't want to make it a continual thing and individuals get bored with it. But it's something that has a significant effect upon our lives, and I feel like we should be informed. But there is word that Donald Trump says we have reached the deal with Venezuela. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let's look this up. So it says, yes, the U.S. and Venezuela has an agreement announced by President Trump for Venezuela to send the U.S. 30 to 50 million barrels of oil, starting immediately with funds controlled by the U.S. to benefit Venezuela as part of a strategy to rebuild the Venezuelan oil industry under U.S. oversight and ease sanctions selectively. This involves redirecting existing stored oil, potentially impacting shipments to China, and aims to revitalize production with U.S. oil company investment through China and Russia has denounced the move. Oh, forgive me, both. No, though China and Russia has both denounced the move. I mean, is there any legitimacy to this? Quantity 30 to 50 million barrels of high quality heavy crude oil. Proceeds from sales will be held by U.S. government to benefit the Venezuelan people, protecting funds from creditors. Purpose to provide immediate heavy crude supply to U.S. Gulf Coast refineries and reestablish U.S. influence in Venezuela oil sector. Hey, that was some gangster shit, cuz. That was some gangster shit. JG, what's the deal? Beautifully blessed. Peace and blessings to you, Queen. Slime Ball TV, what's popping? What's cracking, man? Unique in every way. Peace and blessings to you, Queen. Hey, that was some gangster shit. And it was resolved quickly. I know China and Russia, like, what the fuck? You been partying with these niggas. You been chilling with these niggas. You been trying to get that paper with these niggas, and the U.S. come in, kidnap a nigga, export or transport that motherfucker to their country, highlighting, and now they on board like, fuck it, man. What you want? Nigga, we want that oil. Nigga, you know what we want? Nigga, not only do we want some oil, nigga. Nigga, we want to have a say-so in your oil affairs. Nigga, get that oil to us. Nigga, we want to dictate the oil. All right, for sure, man. You should have just said that before you came over here and took our president. All right. Now we can talk about potentially returning this nigga. But if not, what's up with you? You want this presidential seat? That was some gangsta ass shit. But let's move into something different. Quick tap in on health and wellness. This is going to be quick. What's green, Bobby in chat, man? Much love and respect, man. Hey, this is going to be short, sweet. I just want to share some information with you all about this new FLU that's going around and the effects that it has on the body. It can make you seem as if you are about to die. and it starts with inflammation in the brain. Similar, not like, but I'm saying similar to the COVID. Got to be real careful with your selection of words on YouTube, because when you come on YouTube as a monetized content creator, you lose your freedom of speech. So you have to be very, very meticulous with what words you use when you're doing what it is that you're doing and making content. So without further ado, let's get into this video, man. This is gonna be short and sweet, man. All right, here we go, right here. This one is going to be short and sweet. Not going to stay on too long. I'm going to share some personal opinions about a situation from an area of Los Angeles that I hail from.
I don't know who gave me this influenza or super flu, whatever you're calling it. But when I find you, your days are numbered, because this is living hell.
Day 1, headaches. Why? Because the cytokines cross the blood-brain barrier. Too much cytokines equals brain inflammation. You counter that by drinking organic coconut water with a splash of blueberry juice. Day 2, insomnia. Why? Because cytokines suppress melatonin. H3N2 disrupts the hypothalamus, which elevates cortisol and adrenaline. You counter that with omega-3s like sardine, cod oil, and sockeye salmon. Day 3, muscle spasms nonstop. Muscle spasms come from magnesium, potassium, and electrolyte loss. You counter that with your coconut water with a drop of liquid chlorophyll, a drop of liquid magnesium, and liquid potassium. Day 4, you get chills and hot and cold sweats. Why? Because the cytokines confuse the hypothalamic thermostat. So the immune system resets the body temperature repeatedly. You counter that with ginger shots and a pinch of cayenne pepper. Day 5, lucid dreams and hallucination. Why? Because neuroinflammation alters dream regulation, causing mild temporary delirium from fevers. You counter that with chamomile tea with a drop of albizia 90 minutes before you go to bed. Day 6, no eating for days. Why? Severe inflammatory signals. Dopamine depletion, histamine, and nerve irritation. You counter that with warm fluids like bone broth, vegetable stock, and add the warm lime water with a splash of ginger juice. For more help with an arsenal of juice and smoothie recipes to prevent flu symptoms, comment favor in the comments to get access to the bundle.
So the brother has a question. For the brother, Big Hub, what's the deal? Stone to the business on, man. My New York partner, man. Much love and respect from my section to your section, man. It's an abundance of love. So to the brother, giving life 706, man, I'm sending prayers your way. I pray when you go see that neurologist that you get some amazing news. You feel what I'm saying? I hope nothing is damaged, effed up, and all this and all that. I pray that they can find a way to reduce or alleviate the headaches that you're experiencing since your fall. GD says top of a loco just on this morning workout. That's right, big dog. Slimeball TV say, is this airborne or just touch, or how this spreads, so I know how to protect myself? Let's get into it, because this is real, man. Like, you know what I mean? The super, a rapidly spreading variant, likely subclad K, spreads like a regular and through respiratory droplets from coughs, sneeze, and talking, as well as touching contaminated surfaces and then your own eyes, nose, or mouth, making it highly contagious and easily overwhelming health care systems. People are contagious from a day before symptoms and up to a week after. Most intensely in the first 3 to 4 days, requiring isolation for at least 24 hours, fever free to prevent further spread. That's how it spread. That's how it spread. But I want to say this before I get up off this thing, man. For those of you who don't know who have never explored it or thought about it, a lot of these, it starts with a V. You know what I'm talking about. A lot of these viruses, if you know what I'm talking about, I didn't, I mispronounced that on purpose. A lot of these viruses are genetically modified. Them taking proteins. When we think of protein, we don't know that a protein is more than just meat. What is a protein? Let's just explore what a protein is real quick. Just real quick. What is a protein? A protein is a large complex molecule made up of smaller units called amino acids, which are linked together in long chains. Proteins are essential to all living organisms, performing a vast array of functions within cells and are required for the structure, function, and regulation of the body's tissues and organs. They are often referred to as workhorses of the cell due to their diverse critical roles. The reason why, COVID was as strong as it was because they learned how to genetically modify and contaminate and put certain things onto a protein. The protein goes into the body and it goes in there and wreaks havoc on the body. Damn, it wreaks havoc on the body. But I was taught by some amazing Muslim brothers that whenever you take something, Young Joe, what's the deal? Much love and respect. Whenever you extract something from the original, the byproduct becomes sometimes 10 times worse than the original. Prime example, when they say that Yaqub or Jacob genetically modified the people that we know as Caucasians, they became more deadlier, more treacherous, more deceptive, more violent. Another example, Finny, we know that is fentanyl. It comes from the poppy plant. Opioids. Once they begin to genetically modify and play with these substances and whatnot, now Finny is one of the most deadliest drugs out there. Second example. Third example, the cocaine. When they extracted the chemical from the cocoa plant and created cocaine, it was more deadlier and stronger than the original cocoa. Then when they came back and reworked it, worked on the cocaine and created crack, it became more deadly and addictive as the original, proving that whenever you extract something, whenever you take something from the original state and you begin to manipulate it and pervert it, it becomes twice as deadly, or in certain cases 10 times as deadly as the original. They took the flute, they analyzed the flute, and they found ways to make it more intense. And that's how we got the COVID. Now the COVID is now being disguised as another virus. You feel what I'm saying? Like, these individuals are playing with our lives. But the best thing to do, man, is to stay woke, stay proactive, stay vigilant, Keep your hands washed and stay just stay proactive, man. I'm about to jump off this thing, man. I just wanted to come on here and share this information with you because they're predicting that this is going to become a big thing. Like a lot of people are about to be affected by this super flu. You feel me? So those are some remedies that you can use to prevent it from just getting out of hand, going over the top. I want to read something to you. And the reason why I want to read this is because I was just on Facebook. And one of my folks who was diagnosed with sugar, you know what I'm talking about, who was diagnosed with sugar during the time of the epidemic, now says that their kidney function is failing them. And they're asking for prayer and, so on and so forth. But did you know that COVID contributed to new cases of the sugar? Let's read it. The COVID significantly disrupted glucose metabolism, often causing hyperglycemia, that's high blood sugar, by altering how cells use glucose, increasing its concentration, and potentially leading to new onset sugar in even young people by affecting glucose transporters and host metabolism. The virus reprogrammed host metabolism, impacting glucose uptake and utilizing and causing several metabolic issues in all people who got it. A lot of people now have sugar because they got COVID. This is what I say to anybody. If you have ever had the jab, if you ever got that, you need to go get a full physical done on your body. Everything. Blood work. Get tested for everything. Anything that you can be tested for, you need to go get tested for that. If you ever had the COVID, you need to go get some blood work done immediately. Get some blood work done, get your heart checked on, get all your organs checked on. It is absolutely necessary. You don't want to be walking around with BLOOD clots and not know. You don't want to be walking around having the sugar and not know, and you're going upon your day as if you are cool and healthy and all this. So if you haven't had a physical done recently, please be proactive and just go get a physical done. Tell them you want to get your heart checked, lungs, kidney, brain, blood work, anything that can be done on you. You want them to do that for you. Also, it's been individuals who have got the boop, and after getting the boop, they came back positive for. Yeah, I know what that is, right? Or I bullshit you not. There's individuals who got the boop. Shortly thereafter, they go to the doctor, get some blood work, so on and so forth, and they came back positive for that 3-letter word. So everybody, man, just be proactive. Go get yourself checked. It's not going to hurt you. Go get yourself checked. Make sure that your body is functioning correctly. Make sure you cool. It's not going to hurt you to go get it, to go get a physical. Get everything performed on you that can be performed on you. Learn what minerals you are deficient is and how to replenish them. And just go get checked, man. Y'all step and be blessed. God bless y'all, man. Much love and respect. I told you this one's gonna be a short one. I see you a little bit later. Too black, too strong. We all we need, we all we got. Let's live in peace before we be forced to rest in it. That's my time, man. It's your player partner, Bobby WAJ.